Now,
Okay.
luckily, we haven't done anything that I can get in trouble
almost
for.
mentioned that to you, Alan. I'm going, I didn't see him turn on the recording.
Yeah, I've
And
been
that's
bad
your
about
minutes. That's your minute.
that. It is, it is. So luckily, you don't have to go through everything you've said again because it's not necessary at this point. But Denise, if you can tag Denise Bryson again, because technically we do not have a quorum. I need one more person that was previously approved to be on here to make that official quorum so we can move forward.
Where
So
did Marianne go?
apparently she was having problems being able to log into Zoom and she backed out. I've sent her a message hoping she'd come back on, but we're kind of stuck on that. So hopefully there's no issue with Zoom like Becky had last time where
that
so
was
many
user
people.
error.
So hopefully we can get that resolved real quickly. With that in mind, I'm going to hold off on voting on the three of you until we get that third person on to make that official quorum, so that we can get that resolved. In the meantime, what I'd like to do is just go ahead and go over some of the new business. We're just going to have a discussion at this time about some of the new stuff. And then if we need to take votes, once we have a quorum, we can do that. So everybody was emailed a list of things that was sent to me by somebody on the board. And I responded and stuff. So the first one is about hiring a grant writer. Now, technically, ASB does not qualify for grants in that context because we are a for-profit organization. So while we don't qualify, yes, we need to get somebody ultimately to do it. I've talked to several different grant writers over the years and they all charge money. Some may do it lower cost in exchange for something on the back end if the grant has come in. But generally speaking, we're starting at about a $500 expense just to get them started. The Texas Authors Association or Texas Author Institute does need a grant writer. Ideally, this is something ASB can help support them with, but we need the money to come in order to do that. So there's not a whole lot we can do on that grant writing aspect. But if you do come across somebody over the time who would love to help, make sure you forward the information to me. So when we are in a position to do that, we can definitely do that. With that in mind, does anyone have any questions or comments about that issue?
I do know someone who does write grants, and she had gotten our local library hooked up with the Texas Library and got the grant the funding for that. So I can reach out to her.
Okay.
And see if she could help.
That would be great because, like I said, the museum definitely needs it, especially for the Lone Star Festival. And just ultimately, when we get to a point where we can have a physical location, we need definitely to be able to do it. There is one program that will help us get furniture and stuff. And I've already been in touch with them for the last few years. So they're still eager to help us. It's just a matter of when we have a physical location. So definitely hit her up and send me the information if she's interested. Okay. All right. So the next thing was, as you know, we have several contests. We have a book contest and then we have the short story contest. The information that was sent to us was in reference to the book contest and to alter it slightly so that we have a quarterly winner. They wouldn't be the end of the year winner, but they'd be a quarterly winner. So it'd be kind of like making them a finalist for the annual event. The opinion was basically by doing this, we may get more money coming in for the book contest sooner and quicker, because usually everybody waits until the last minute to enter the book into the annual contest. So maybe by doing this and helping them getting that finalist prize winning, it's better for them as far as promotions, but it's also better for us to get more money in the door over the course of the year instead of at the end of the year. Thoughts on that?
Do we have readers who would judge it?
We have librarians.
We had, I'm sorry.
We have librarians.
Okay. But that
Yeah.
was a problem a couple of years ago, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah.
you think we could handle that this time?
Yeah, and spreading it out, I think will also help us a lot more because it's that end of the year crunch that we run into the issues. All the librarians are doing the best they can, but we don't have enough to cover all the books at one time. So having them earlier
Right.
definitely will help us through the process, I think.
I know that someone entered me in the Indie Tale, or yeah, they had a contest and they had one for covers. And so they had entered my cover, but then it turned out that my book, won first place for the content. But they did have different divisions, so that might be something. And you actually had the public vote on it. And so that was one way they garnered more email. They didn't have to be a member, they just got the emails. And as long as they were signed in, they could vote. That was the first round. The end was done professionally by editors, professional editors. But that might be a good way to introduce it.
We could definitely do something on the cover aspect, leaving it up to the general public to say, hey, this is a great cover, it's a lousy cover, whatever, but keep the content with the librarians.
Right.
I'm definitely cool with that. And that may end up helping us in the long run as far as building up that contest entry fee and stuff. Anybody else comments?
I think that's a good idea with the cover contest and the content separately. I mean, if that's the way you were thinking of it. It generate more interest.
Yeah. So the librarians would still judge the interior, the guts, and then the public could still vote on the cover every quarter. Okay. Sharon, it looked like you had something.
I'm just thinking about the marketing aspect. When we do contests, we're doing those contests to help authors, but also it's an opportunity for us to market about the organization. So are we ensuring that when we do the contest, people get a snapshot of who we are? Are we promoting us as an organization, inviting them to join us, that kind of thing?
Yes. Yes, most definitely. And there was a period of time that we actually gave, as part of the winnings, a year membership in the organization. I pulled away from that because we were losing so much money. Okay. This actually, the winners from this year are not getting any membership. But I have no problem going back and saying, okay, well, now we can do 6-month memberships on the basic program, which is, you're looking at $72 worth of award-winning membership. Is there somebody got something in the background going?
I hear that too. I thought it was something I was doing wrong.
I don't.
Okay.
I hear it. I guess, well, if money is a gifted membership, if money is the issue, then how about a 30-day trial? Part of your package is a 30-day trial membership with us, or maybe a discounted membership, and they pay half and we pay half.
To that extent, I think a 6-month free membership is good. I mean, we're not losing hardly anything on a 6-month membership. And if they do actually joining up at the end of that 6 months, then we've gained a whole year's worth of membership because they're signing up for that year's worth and stuff. So I have no problem doing a 6-month free membership and stuff. So we can definitely
I don't think a lot of people in 30 days are going to get the, enough. So they need the 6 months over than the 30 days.
Yeah,
And I
to
agree.
really enjoy the benefits of what we do.
And this is, I think you and I had this conversation before. I don't see the value in having a trial membership because most people, if they're excited, because they don't get to watch the videos until 6 months. Most people, if they're excited, they want something instant gratification. They want to see right then and learn right then. I think the 6-month, a commitment, or let them see some of the videos when they first join, by making them wait I think they'll lose their momentum. I think we'll lose too many people monthly because, like Charlotte said, that's not enough time to get a good taste of what we're about. So I would like to see us do a little something different than that.
Okay, so 6 months, but they get the full, I mean,
Well, just
to
as
be
general
honest,
is what I meant.
yeah, to be honest with you, the way the membership is currently set up in the system, anybody who signs up is automatically going to be able to see all the videos anyways.
Oh, I thought
Even-
it said after 6 months.
It does
But
say
they can't.
that,
Okay.
yeah. It's kind of like an encouragement for them to join that 6 months. Yeah, so we're not totally losing out on membership value and stuff, but they can see it. So,
Okay.
okay. All right, so I'll add to that and we'll adjust that once we have a form. Okay, so another comment was about enlisting the board members to reach out to previous members to get them to re-sign up and stuff like that, which, as I mentioned to the person, none of us have the time. We really don't. But comments and feedback from you guys?
No, you're right about that. I don't have the time, to just sit and call a lot of people.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think most of the people who are no longer a member have gotten what they needed from it and have moved on. And so for us, as it always has been, is bringing in the new blood, the new people and stuff like that. And that's how I've always seen it. And those that do stick around, like the 100 members that we currently have that have stuck with us for a long period of time, they're diehards. They built a family with the people they've met at these events and stuff like that. So, their $50 is no big deal to them in that respects because of the family that they've built on.
Alan, I'm sorry, is
Denise?
there a way we can find out? I don't know how you find out if this is a new author or, I don't know if there's any way other than you can't look on Amazon and say, oh, this is their first book. Is there any way in that we can, that you know of, that we can find out when there are new authors or new first? Is that just too big and I'm not seeing?
Okay, so let me clarify. When I mean new, I mean somebody who's not been a member.
Right, and I'm saying,
Okay.
but I'm saying, if like we just all three of us said, when we first started publishing, we made so many mistakes, it was unreal. So I'm just saying, if there is some kind of way, I don't know if there's some kind of way we can put it on social. I know, and let people, to get people to know if you publish your first book, we're a resource, and that would bring in first time authors.
So there's a lot of different ways of reaching out. We have a email list of writing groups, which are really those key new authors for the most part. And we do send out stuff to them every so often. I have not done so since the reconfiguration of who we are, but it is on my list to do in mid-February. I wanted to get past all the holiday expenses and stuff like that and then deal with, people getting their income tax checks back and having more money and not freaking out over inflation or recession or anything like that. So I have it scheduled for February to do that to the writers groups. Otherwise, there are different other lists that are available that I do try to get a hold of from time to time from different groups to try to send out to them. I've got one right now that's working on 1,700 names that we're pulling together. And so as I get that, it's usually about 100 a week that I get. Then I send out information the best I can to the email that I have for them. If they don't have an email, then I'm saving them for a more detailed, go to their website, try to fill out their form and let them know, hey, we exist and that type of thing.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
And I want to kind of jump back to where we were talking about earlier about old members that have dropped away. Maybe after we've got 6 months under our belt, for the authors, school of business, maybe we send out a newsletter and say, hey, I don't know if you've heard about, what we're doing now. There may be an aspect to all of those members we've lost. Just, one email mass to send to those. And we do have the list of, those that have dropped off.
Right.
That's just a suggestion.
And to that, I've actually created a promo, actually as a postcard that I wanted to physically send out to them as well as an email. I know too many times the emails are still not being responded to. So having a physical thing saying, hey, this is what we're offering now. Come, you're welcome to come back and join us and stuff. I wanted to do that as well. Been
Yeah.
waiting on having the money to do that and stuff. Because
And I think if we don't have anything new to offer them, there's no reason for them to come back. So I think there is value in trying to get them to come back. They may have dropped off for any number of reasons. So, but yeah, I think, send out a, we missed you and we'd love to have you back, that kind of thing.
yeah, and clearly, COVID unfortunately did kill us because we didn't have the money to do everything we've been doing. And they dropped off because we weren't giving them the service we could have given them if we had the money coming in and stuff. And that's okay. Anyways, I don't need to beat the horse on that
Don't
one.
digress, no.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So we talked about that. Okay. We've had a creative advisory board before, and matter of fact, all of last year, that's how we operated, was with an advisory board. Unfortunately, only one person really participated for that. So I don't see us needing an advisory board on top of having a board of directors. So unless you guys have something to add to that, I'm not seeing a need for that. Okay.
I think that's who we are.
You really are. Okay, so then the other thing was a viable financial service agency. I'm going to hold off on that because that's James' thing, and unfortunately he couldn't be here this evening to talk about that, but we'll deal with that the next time around so he can better explain it and stuff like that. We had this affiliate membership thing going on. As you know, we have a directory of services where anybody who offers something to the writing thing, I think Sharon, you're listed. We have editors, publishers, videographic people, other types of services for authors and stuff. We have, I think there's close to 100 people listed on the service list and stuff. And last year I had added those people as a free thing because I wanted to, get that going. And it's still free for anybody who wants to sign up and be listed on there. Ultimately, yeah, I would love to charge for that service, but we need to build the membership back up. Having 100 members from 300 is kind of hard to do. But once we get back up to 300, 400, whatever, then I can see us saying, yeah, we're charging for this because now we're giving you X number of people you can reach out to for that service and stuff. That's my thought. Anybody have something to add?
No, I think you would know the actual details and how much it really paid off. So
Yeah, once we get there. Sharon, you were starting to say something?
Yeah, I put myself on mute. So I really think from this point forward, we should charge people to be on that list.
You think we have the value behind that? I mean, like I said, we only have 100 members right now, so it's not like a great value to.
But no, we should advertise to other service providers. And when we do, if they're not on that list already, and we wouldn't be advertising to them if we did, but advertise from this point on, new people who want to be on that list and be exposed to not just our email list, but also in any advertisement or promotional things that we do, that we should charge them.
Okay, so how much do you think is worth it?
I was thinking the same thing.
I'm thinking that, now that's the thing. We don't need to charge them a whole bunch of money to join because of only having 100 members, but maybe $25.
and it's an advertising expense for them. So
Right.
Mhm.
So, and it's digestible. I mean, you could go down the street. Well, actually, you could buy a carton of eggs for $25. Yeah.
Yeah, 25, I see that as a no-brainer in that respects because that's nothing. I mean, even in today's economic situation, $25 is really nothing. And then once we get back up to 300 plus members, then I would say, yeah, let's increase that rate from that day forward. But I
Yeah,
think
but
25 works.
it will start people thinking, oh, I need to pay for this service. And then when we increase in membership, that 300, 500, you're justified in charging $100 to be on that list.
Right. Okay. Anybody else? All right. So hopefully we'll still get a quorum. This is okay.
You want me
Reached
to
out to
clone
Denise
myself?
Tucker,
Alan,
too.
you want me to clone myself?
Thanks, but no, we'll wait, see what happens. Okay, so then the other item, whoops, hit the right buttons here. Okay, so they put in here charging the public for streaming training videos. Well, that's really what the membership is. If you're a member, you're automatically getting all those videos we already have in there. Plus, if you're attending the event, you automatically get all those videos. So I'm not quite sure if there's any more value in us offering to the public, say, hey, 25 bucks, you can watch this video, since we already have the membership program established. Am I missing something on that?
No, I agree with you on that.
Anybody else? No?
Yes, and I agree too. If they could buy them, one by one, what would be the purpose in joining?
True.
So I think
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. All righty. All right. Let's see. Okay. We were talking about the book contest and doing a cover and stuff like that. And I mentioned the short story contest. I'm going to come back to that because it's on the agenda. The short story contest again starts March 1st, runs through July 31st. That's been our annual yearly thing that we've been doing now for 8 years. Wow. It's hard to believe.
And that's the short story contest?
Correct. So what I would like to see, should we apply the same concept of the book contest to the short story contest, where we, on a quarterly basis, say, here are the finalists for this quarter, and then just extend where the book, instead of coming out in October, gets delayed until the following year when we have the winners overall, or what?
I don't participate in the short story contest, but I think if that's already a tradition and you're already getting good members, if a lot of people of activity, if you're getting sufficient people, they might not want to be in the quarterly. They may just like doing it once a year. So I don't know I think I would tend to say, just if it's working, leave it, don't fix the.
Are we
don't
getting
try,
a lot of interest? Do you get a lot of interest?
We're averaging between, well, we range between 24 to 40 short stories every year. But they all come in at the last minute,
Yep.
like everybody.
That was my question. If there's quarterly, can someone, I guess they can only enter one story per year. They can't enter one story per quarter.
No, we have no limits on how many short stories they enter. So, for example, I could enter 12 stories, one per month if I wanted to. I'm competing against myself, but that's, kind of bullish. But we do have a couple authors that have done 2 or 3 short stories in different genres and stuff to be competitive and stuff.
So define a short story. What do we have a limit on the words? Word count?
Yeah, it's between 3. We ask 3,000. We push no more than 5,000.
Okay, 3,000 to 5,000.
And the entry fee this year is $40. And we'll run a coupon when we announce it in February, so that people, members can save an extra $5. We've done that every year and stuff. But otherwise, the fee is $40 to enter. And
Is
the
it
books,
beneficial financially to the organization to do it more than once a year? We can generate the interest for twice a year.
if we come out only with one book, yeah, we can do that. that kind of goes back to that quarterly. You know, would it be better just to do it quarterly, run it from the first of the year to the end of the year and have quarterly winners? And then the finalists, are printed in the book.
What about breaking it up? I don't really know the format, so I might be off base here. But what about breaking it up quarterly into genres?
Okay, so like, for example, January, February, March would be children's, or the next 3 months would be fiction, romance, or whatever.
Excuse me.
And then they could be top contenders for the main event, but you're generating more income.
So are you saying at the end of the year, you pick a winner from the quarterly thing? Are you
Correct.
saying pick a winner quarterly?
Each
No.
quarter, we'd have our finalists, and then at the end
Okay.
of the year, those finalists would be chosen or be eligible to be the final winners of the book, or printed in the book. Okay,
Okay.
so
And I've been in the book twice, so, I mean, 2 years, I think it's 2 years, right, Alan, or 3, I can't remember. But I kind of like the way it flows. I don't mind. I think the quarterly thing might generate more stories. And like you say, it also adds to your, if you've won a quarter, that's something you can add to your bio.
Yeah,
exactly, as a finalist and stuff.
author friendly.
Yeah. Okay.
And plus it brings in more the probability for more money to come in. You see?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And just general information for y'all. All of our short story books have been entered into the One Overdrive system through the Indie Authors Program. And so it doesn't make a whole lot of money, but we do get sales off of that and stuff. For all of last year, we probably brought in from book sales about $250, $300 range in book sales, which is not a lot. But the objective really was to get it into the libraries so that the winners have a chance to get new readers and stuff. And that has definitely helped us in the long run. The last 2 years has not been as many libraries as the first few years. We were averaging about 1,000 libraries in the first few years, and now we're down to maybe a couple hundred. Again, because we've lost the money and we don't have it to support it. So hopefully by doing the quarterly, then we'll have more money to be able to do that and get it back up to where it should be and stuff. Any more thoughts?
So every quarter, would you do a different genre, or would would you just open it up and just to give a short story in whatever you want to write, in whatever genre you want?
That's up to you guys. Because I'm open to either. So you
I
guys
like
tell
the
me.
idea of genre per quarter, because we get to celebrate that person in that particular genre. And it's not a smorgasbord. The smorgasbord comes at the end. And so for example, military writers, let's say that's one of the genres. So that's something that we can specifically, the contest is something that we can specifically advertise to groups who are associated with military writers, like the Camouflage Sisters or the Military Writers Association. You see where I'm coming from? So we're building our base by concentrating on genres per quarter. Then you go to the children's book. I'm sure there's an association for them. That's why I love our librarians, because they can point us to this stuff. We might even do something, we might even have a book club, pick the winner for one of the genres, let's say the romance genre. I guess what I'm trying to get you to see is, yes, business as usual is really wonderful. But if you want to see an increase in profit, we have to be a little bit more creative, you see. And the money's out there because people they need those awards when they do their book proposals, when they for marketing, for advertisement. I did an ACX application today, and they wanted to know what awards my book, had won. And it's just, I just wrote it. So I'm sharing that with you because it's what we are offering really enriches the cool points for authors
Right.
when they're doing their advertising and marketing.
I think,
Okay,
Becky, you
I
had,
have a question. Yeah,
Okay,
I have
question.
something I want to throw out here. There are lots of genres, and if we
Right.
limit it to only 4 a year,
Mhm.
we may eliminate some of those people.
That's it. That's
that would
exactly
have
what I was
sent in a
thinking.
Story as well.
Mhm.
okay, so in reference to that, then we have nonfiction, fiction, children's. And then would the others be young adults, middle school? Because children is totally different in that respects. That leaves that open then for those 4 general genres.
So do 1/4 that's general.
Mhm.
Right, a catch-all for everything. And then you'll catch those people who didn't fit in those other genres. But I think we could do research and find out what's popping now in 2023, which genres are hot, because they change. So which genres are hot? And those are the things that perhaps people are looking for in press releases. They're looking, maybe the SEO, maybe that's what's hot with that search engine optimization, and that will help our contests, place better on Google. There's so much stuff we could do because we're trying to do what? Bring in more income and build the membership base.
Becky, it looked like you had something to add?
No, I think Sharon's got a great idea about, appealing to certain groups. I really don't have an opinion really because I'm much too talkative for 5,000 words. So
Me too.
I can't squeeze it into that. So
No.
Okay. All right. I will probably reach out to Sharon later in the week just to kind of fine tune this a little bit more because we're clearly not going to have the quorum to get some of this approved. So
I know the one thing I was going to say was that yes, what's popping right now, but if people are trying to write their story for this market that's hot this month, by the time it's their division in December, well, it may not be the end thing. So I don't know.
No, I was just thinking if, like you said, fiction, nonfiction, children's books, whatever. So if you do 4 genres per quarter, you see, I'm just saying, or if you just run those 4 genres, you're gonna get more people to come in, and that would be more money.
right. And to that, I think to add into what Sharon was saying, we could target our social media advertising towards that hot
Yes.
topic and towards those for those quarters. And I think that will work and stuff. And keeping it to those 4 major quarters, 4 major genres, and everything that falls under those can work and stuff. So
And you do know in January we need to have the one about diets and resolutions for the new year, and we'll have forgotten those by the end of the quarter. So
yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Okay. If everybody's at your computer, can you go to our website real quickly and look at the homepage?
will I mess up what I'm doing? I'm not very good at Zoom meetings.
Okay. So your screen will remain up on you, Becky, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can go to your search engine and go to authorschoolofbusiness.com.
Is it AUTHORS?
Right. 2 S's.
2 S.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay. Everybody else there? All right.
I'm
You're
there.
Just about there. Okay. So if you see on the homepage, there is a Asian lady in the video. That is an AI person.
I can tell by her lips that she's
Wait a minute.
AI.
The lips and the teeth on her. But we also had some others, and it's a program I've been testing out and stuff. What I would like to do, and this will also help us build back either the old members as well as new members and stuff, is to be able to offer those type of services to the authors. Charlotte, I'm going to use you as a perfect example. Okay, we have a commercial for you for the radio show, but your time's limited and stuff. So there's no reason why we can't write out a script and do something similar using an AI generated older lady, whatever.
Oh, thank
and stuff.
you.
Oh, I heard that.
Sorry,
Wow.
I didn't want to say a real young one talking about
Hey,
being a
guys,
care parent.
I'm
and stuff, so-
77 years old, so he's not kidding.
You're
And you
what,
do not look it.
29? You're 29, is that what I heard you say?
Mhm.
No, actually, I'm 77.
Well, you
Oh,
don't look it.
No, you
You
don't.
don't look
Lord,
it.
let me look like that when I'm 77.
Now, Alan, I do voiceovers. Can I be the AI?
Actually, we can use your voice for other commercials and stuff. The way the AI system is now set up is that they can take a copy of your voice and then generate a whole conversation using that voice and stuff.
With that being said, I'm going to warn you, don't say yes on any of the intermarketing you get on your phone, because
Oh,
they'll
no,
take that and run with it.
Yeah, yeah. I want to show something else. Let's see, here we go. I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. I showed this to Charlotte. Yeah, I'll just leave it with this one. So I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see this. Again, this is all AI stuff, okay? And these are tools that are available to use in AI to help people with their marketing. Example, LinkedIn post generators, blog
Mhm.
article creators, product descriptions, prompts. All of these things are, and there's more. I mean, you can see it just keeps on going, okay? But
Oh
they're
my
very
goodness.
inexpensive. But for authors, who has the time to learn all this stuff, right?
No.
So if they have this available to them as part of their membership or as an extra fee and stuff, I can do that because it is me, and have that as part of the service, saying, we will help you generate a commercial using an AI. We will help you generate this using AI. We will help you fine tune your keywords using the AI and stuff. Which there are tons of programs out there for that and stuff that work with Amazon so that you can get ranked higher in Amazon, for your book and stuff. So this is something I would like to explore more, but before I do, I want to hear from you if you guys think this may be of value to the membership
Well-
or as an extra charge to do and stuff.
Right now,
Well, it would-
everybody's
it would
going to Fiverr to do exactly what you're doing. I mean, because you get all those services on Fiverr for a fee. So if you were advertising and letting people know it's available, because it needs to just, people need to know this there.
Mhm.
I think it's highly beneficial, Alan, and
Yes.
definitely it should be part of our package and should be a fee, to get that, that part of it.
I'm with you 100%. I think we should market it, and we should market it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good
Becky?
way to bring in some extra money. So I would
Mhm.
charge extra.
Yeah, because it's still a new market, so there's going to be lots of changes and stuff. But like I said, y'all don't have the time to try to figure this out any better than anybody else. I thought I heard somebody pop on. I guess not. Okay.
That would have been
Um,
good.
Yeah. So I'm going to fine tune what we can offer as either a package or an add-on fee or something, and try to get it resolved and stuff. It looks like we're going to have a special board meeting next month just to get things done.
Just to vote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't you see two of me?
All right, so the last thing I wanted to discuss was the renewal memberships. It's been at $50 for the last couple of years, which is like nothing. And it applies for everybody. The new members that sign up as a student now this year, when their year's done, they can renew for $50 and, get all the benefits and stuff like that. I think it's time we up it to $60.
Oh, yeah.
You know, $10 is no big deal in the major aspect, but it's 10 more bucks that we have available to us and stuff. And I've been doing it, you can do 1 year at the flat $50, or you can do 2 years at $80, you save $20. So it would carry over to that as well. 1 year, $60, 2 years, $100. So you're still saving $20 and stuff. I've done that just to make it more cost effective for authors to have that second year at a cheaper rate, but they pay up front and stuff, which helps us get through the tough times and stuff. So thoughts, ideas?
No,
wouldn't
I
have a
like the
problem
80
with-
To raise it.
I
Okay.
have no problem.
No, no problem. Definitely need to raise it.
Okay, all right.
And I was going to say, I would have no problem going up to 75. I mean,
Yes.
you know,
Ooh, we thinking the same thing, because I was
Right.
saying 75.
everything's gone up and that puts value in it to it.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Can I
so-
share something with you real quick,
Sure.
Alan? When I was in, as a member of NSA, they pay more for speakers that charge they feel like if you're a speaker and you charge $10,000, you're more valuable than a speaker that gets paid 500. Now they could be the same, but they consider, so if we're adding value, we need to make it look like value
mhm.
and not like we're I don't want to say five and dime or at the dollar store, but we need to look more like a Cadillac or, a Lamborghini at some point. And I'm not saying price ourselves out of the market, but $10 or $15 is not going to make or break the people that really want to join.
Right.
Okay, all right. So then you're all pretty much in agreement of $75?
Yes. And then if you have to, can they do it in installments? Maybe 2
Mhm.
payments of 35. Okay. That's no problem.
Okay, all right. I can't kick this in until we have that official vote. So the only thing left, which was really at the beginning, and I skipped it, and that's my fault, was to just review our income and expenditures. So far this year, we brought in $124.48, and we've spent $124.48 of that money, and an additional $200 out of my pocket has also
Wow.
gone out. So we definitely need to start getting those new members in on that
Yes.
monthly or flat fee, just to help us grow and stuff, because my hands are tied. I can't be out there marketing with handing out flyers or brochures or anything because I don't have the money to print the stuff. And we missed the ALA midwinter event that was happening in New Orleans this weekend. We can't go because we don't have the money and stuff. The next event is in Tucson. I'd love to be there, but again, we need $3,000 to do that and stuff, and I don't have the
When
money.
is it? Oh, Alan, when is it?
It's March, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I think March 4th and 5th.
So when we start taking entries for the short story contest?
Well, normally we start March 1st. Ideally, it would be great to start February 1st, but without a board to approve this, we can't do anything.
I
So
have to call a special meeting. 'Cause that's
exactly.
very important, very, very
Yeah.
important. One other question, and maybe this isn't a place to ask it, but Alan, can you call me maybe tomorrow? I need to ask some questions about NFTs.
Yes, yeah. And we're gonna have a class at the AME about that as well, but yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you tomorrow.
Out of curiosity, where did the 124 that we brought in, where did that come from?
That was a 2 membership renewals and then a fee to do it, Tell the World promotion for one of the authors.
Okay.
And that was after PayPal got their share, their 3%. So
Alan, is there any way you can, I mean, because we do need to vote on these new members, is there any way you could call an emergency meeting maybe next week?
I'm
And
gonna
we
have
do
to.
this in about 15 minutes? Because all you have to do is hit those highlights They missed the big meeting, but they can watch that on video, you know, to hit those highlights and get these 3 ladies voted in.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have to. I mean, getting stuck like this is yeah, it's not good. Okay, so with that, that's everything I've wanted to cover. Is there anything you guys want to cover that we need to talk about or anything?
I'm just excited to be here. I don't know why. All day long I've been kind of, you know, low key, but this conversation has sparked something in me. So yeah, let's do it.
Yes, it's time.
Okay,
It's time.
all righty. Well, we actually ended up finishing a little early. I keep hearing somebody beeping in, keep thinking somebody joining in, but I guess it's one of your house PC. Anyways,
You couldn't get her on the phone?
I tried Denise for, I don't know what's going on. She usually always responds, but she didn't
Yeah.
respond this time.
yeah. and
But
she
we know
emailed that she
Mary
gonna
Ann
be
was
here.
around.
Yeah. Okay, so I will definitely call a special meeting for next week. I'm gonna do Wednesday, 6:30 again. I'll have the video up hopefully by tomorrow, so everybody will be able to watch it over the weekend and be up to date on everything. And let me just do a real quick recap. We're gonna increase the membership up to $75 per year. I will not offer a 2-year for that because at 75, that's more than enough for everybody. Okay, so grant writers, we're going to look into that and hopefully find something that we can afford once we have more money. We're going to do the quarterly book contest finalists, and the official winners will be at the end of the year. We're going to do the same with the short story contest. Let's see. We've passed on the creating an advisory board. We passed on the board members calling people because nobody really has the time. We're going to let James do his thing at the next board meeting on a regular basis, not the emergency board meeting. We are going to go ahead and up as of, as the next board meeting, $25 to be listed on the list of our service directory list of their services. And we can increase that as membership increases. Let's see. I'll look into more offers for the new services related to the AI and things of that nature. Amazon Keyword Program to help the authors in that respects. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I think that covers everything. All right. I thank everybody for being here. Like I said, I will hold an emergency board meeting next Wednesday at 6:30. Hopefully everybody who can vote will be here so we can get the others voted and get a better quorum going. So
I'll
that's
be in my
it.
car. Will it be a short meeting or?
It'll be a short meeting and you can use your phone to get online as well
Okay.
if you need to and
All
stuff. So,
All
all right.
right.
Well, thank you all. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Good night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.